In this video we talk about double fertilization. Double fertilization. See here the double fertilization which was first discovered by the Navasin in the year 1898 in liliaceous plants like Lilium, Montagan, Fritillaria, Tenella. Navasin was the first discovered in the liliaceous plants. Here the pollen grains here, the pollen grains are the compatible pollen grains. You see here they are the fall on the stigma and they are germinated by absorbing the mucus layer which is present on the stigma, and which means here the pollen grains are germinated, and this is the pollen tube, and which is enter into the stigma, style, and ovule. Finally it reaches the ovule. Here the pollen tube goes to the ovule through the style and ovary. Finally it reaches the ovule. See here the pollen tube which is enter into the ovule through the different ways like porogamy, chalajogamy, mesogamy. Here the pollen tube which is enter into the ovule through the micropylar region, that is called the porogamy. Here the pollen tube which is enter into the ovule through the chalajal region, that is called chalajogamy. Here the pollen tube which is enter into the ovule through the funicle or the integuments, that is called the mesogamy. Here that's way these are the ways to penetrate, these are the ways to goes the pollen tube enter into the ovule. Here see here it is the egg apparatus, here it is the embryo sac. Here it contains, here it is the egg apparatus which is consists of two synergids and one egg cell. Yes, these synergids have the finger-like projections are also there. Here these are called Filiform Apparatus. Here these are the absorbing and conduction of the water and conduction of the food material, which is conduction of the food material from the nucellus to the embryo sac. And here it also plays a major role in gives the way to the pollen tube, which means here it gives the way to the pollen tube which is enter into the synergid. Here after enter the pollen tube into the synergid, see here, and it releases the male gametes. See here the two male gametes releases the two male gametes, and here one of the male gamete which is moves towards the egg cell. Here it is the egg cell. Here it is a haploid egg cell. One of the male gamete which moves towards the egg cell, and it fuses with the egg cell nucleus. This is called syngamy or fertilization. One of the male gamete which is fuses with the egg cell nucleus, it is called syngamy or fertilization, and another nucleus of the male gamete, another male gamete which is goes towards the polar nuclei. Here the polar nuclei are haploid, two polar nucleus are there, two haploid polar nucleus are there. Here the another male gamete which is moves towards the central cell, moves towards the two polar nuclei, and it fuses with these two polar nuclei, which means here it is called the triple fusion. Why? Because these two nucleus are there, and another one is one male gamete is there, one male gamete nucleus and two polar nucleus. Here the three nucleus are there. These three nucleus are fused here. That's why we are calling the triple fusion. Here it is the syngamy, and here the triple fusion. So here it is the one fertilization is there. here is the another fertilization is there. Here the two fertilizations are there. That's why we are calling the double fertilization. Here the double fertilization which is present in these angiosperms. Yes, here the double fertilization is occur. Then what will happen? See here. Then what will happen? There is a male gamete which is fused with the egg cell and form the zygote. This zygote which is developed into an embryo, and another male gamete fuses with the two polar nuclei and form the pen. Primary endosperm nucleus. This is the primary endosperm nucleus which is formed the cell wall and which is converted into or which is formed into the endosperm, which is produced the endosperm. And here the zygote which is formed the embryo. Zygote which is further it is formed the embryo. Yes, this is the double fertilization. Primary endosperm cells are formed the endosperm and zygote which is formed into embryo. This is the double fertilization of the angiospermic plants. I hope you understood. Thank you.